Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TMP Finance, where we make long and short-term investing simple. And what a crazy day we've had. Everybody in the market is losing money, but why I love being a day trader slash swing trader is that days like this are the days that we are getting absolutely paid out. Today, the NASDAQ moved down 1.34%, and if you are a short-term trader like myself, and you are somebody who is in my Discord community, you would have made, and I'll tell you exactly how much, you would have made 12.06% on your position today, which is absolutely fantastic. I did post in my video yesterday that this were to happen, and if you did watch that and you did take action, congratulations. But even if you didn't watch my video, this was very apparent, and let me show you exactly what I mean by that. This is how you could have seen this beforehand. Let's just take a look over here at the 15-minute chart, and we can see here that the NASDAQ has been in this range. It's been getting tighter and tighter in this range. You have this falling resistance, you have this linear support, and we can see we're getting pressed down, touching the support quite a bit. So I said, okay, if we break below the support, we're probably moving a whole lot lower. And that we can see here, as soon as we broke down, even the first time, even if we moved right back up after, it's still showing a lot of weakness. We couldn't hold the level, and we're right at 930, which is absolutely perfect. Market open, you have an influx of volume crashing into the market, pushing into the market, sweeping the NASDAQ a whole lot lower. Now, where can you expect to go? Well, right now in the short term, what I expect the NASDAQ to do is just move to the next support level over here, or the next key level. Again, we don't really have any other significant key levels within the NASDAQ here. You do have something like this, but again, it's not a very strong contender. If you did want to take profit at 23,000, that's very possible. And if you did want to wait for confirmation of a break below it to keep shorting, you could do that as well. But I think that we could receive a move all the way down to about 22,658. Again, this doesn't really mean that we're out of a bull market, even if we do that. Bull market is made up of higher highs and higher lows, and that is still pretty much equal to the previous higher low that we've made. So we can still very well be in a bull trend. From there, you could be looking to get a balance off of here. If we don't see that volume rushing in, then that's not a good sign, and that means that there is a very strong potential that we could come down, retest this support level, and come all the way back down to previous all-time highs. Now, if you are a smart trader, this is a blessing in disguise. Even if you are not one to short markets, you just go long in the market. This is a blessing in disguise. And let me just show you something very, very quickly here. What do I mean by that? Well, let's just take a look at the 2025 bear market we've had. When we had the correction back in April, let's just take a look at how fast, using a support line, we were able to rise up. And we can see here that this is a very steep line. This is way past 45%. Very, very steep line here. Now, let's just take a look at where the market was moving and how fast it was moving after we started making new all-time highs. So this is a new all-time high here. Look at this support line versus this support line. When you have price that has retraced back into previous areas that it's been in, when you do get rejections, and bullish rejections I'm talking about, back to the upside, you are moving at extremely fast rates. That being said, when you have a trade that has a very good contender of a rejection, such as a previous all-time high, it's a very safe choice to be placing a long position down here and making a whole lot of percentage to the upside. And how much percent will you make to the upside if you do buy here? Well, back to previous all-time highs, you're making 8% on the NASDAQ. Even if that's not leveraged, you're still making somebody's 1-year GIC within a move that will probably take maybe 1 or 2 weeks. So do keep an eye out for these rejections that we have at previous levels, because when we do get these pullbacks, that's fantastic buying opportunities. And again, for people who are not very aware of the history of the NASDAQ, S&P, or just the stock market in general, nobody has ever lost money in the NASDAQ. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you weren't emotional, you weren't closing positions when you didn't have to, and you placed your NASDAQ position in at any time in history, at no point would you have ever had your position closed or liquidated or at 0%. You always would have had, no matter if it was an 80% pullback, you would always still be up. Now, the market is in a very strong place. We have a lot of guidelines in place, so we don't see things like the dot-com bubble, like we don't see things like the 2009 recession. So that being said, especially right now when we have a very strong move in the market, I don't see a very strong pullback. But if we do get something where we are breaking below this support line, specifically underneath here at 22,000, or even this rising green support line that's been holding us up ever since we exited out of the 2022 bear market, then you are looking to short the market or holding cash. But right now, if you are a swing trader, you are shorting. If you haven't placed a short, no worries. Wait for a rejection at a support level. But that's pretty much it. Before I finish with the video, we'll take a quick look at the heat map over here. The heat map has been very, very red here. And if you are a long-term investor, again, this is absolutely fine. You're going to have pullbacks in the market, and that's all part of being an investor. But if you are a swing trader taking advantage of these short-term price action moves, congrats to you, because this is fantastic. And you are one of the 1% of the population that is taking smart trades and beating the market. But that being said, talking about beating the market, there are so many trades to enter in, so many stocks to enter in, and so many ways that you can be beating the market as a day trader or a swing trader. Let's just take a look at some of the positions we're currently in for the Discord. Right now, Pepsi we bought at about $146 here, and we're currently up 13.5% when it comes to our 3 times leverage. Again, we do leverage trading in the Discord. When it comes to Berkshire Hathaway, we're currently up 8.37% within about a week within our Berkshire Hathaway position. It's been a little bit less than a week, sorry. Let's take a look at our Oscar position. Oscar has been doing absolutely fantastic. Currently up 67.56% after we bought at mid $13 level over here. And these positions are yet to be closed. They're not even close to take profit. And just adding that up in total, we're currently up about, and this is for cash right now, currently up about 80-90% in just those 3 stocks. And again, we have a lot of open positions. So that being said, if you are interested in getting a hold of all these trades I'm taking in real time, how much money you're putting in, when you're taking it out, come take a look at that link in my bio or link in the description. You're going to find the link wap.com/tnp-finance, and from there you're going to get access to all that juicy information. But that's going to be a wrap for today's video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow. Later, y'all. Happy trading.